girl's been weird to me to the end of time. Like, it doesn't matter. It's not the money, it's not the aesthetics, it's not how I look. I've been not having friends for a long time. Like, it all turned out that this girl was literally friends to a side chick of a guy that I was dealing with. Hey babies, what's good? It's your girl Chanel and I am back with another video. So we're about to do a little car chat, car rant. I know y'all be loving these from me, and today we about to spill a lot of tea in this video. It's about to be a lot of tea, but it just is what it is. And as you can see by the title, today we're going to be talking about like why I don't have friends, how I made peace with not having friends. And if you're watching this and you don't have a big friend group and you know you don't resonate with everybody, that's okay. And I'm going to explain to you why that's okay, why this is a blessing in disguise, and why you know you don't always need a whole bunch of people, and sometimes just your own company is a blessing and it's peace and all of those things. So let's get into it. So before we get into it though, make sure you guys give this video a like, make sure you subscribe, make sure your post notifications are on to all. So listen, I know it's a lot of us out here, especially when you get older, your friendships really start to decrease, right? Like the older we get, I feel like life could get a little more lonely, but I wouldn't really call it lonely because I'm not a lonely person. Like I'm a happy loner. Like I don't feel like, oh my god, I really need people around. Like I really enjoy my space. It is so peaceful. Like I'm literally an introvert. Sometimes I avoid people at all costs. Like I'm okay with being a loner, right? But I do want to just touch on just mental health. And even though I am a loner and I love being by myself, actually having someone to talk to about real life problems, relationships, friendships, business stuff, being an entrepreneur, being a content creator, there's a lot of pressure in my life, right? So I do utilize BetterHelp. So I don't know if you guys ever heard of them, but shout out to BetterHelp for sponsoring this video and giving my supporters 10% off their first month when you use my link Chanel Richie. So if you guys don't know what BetterHelp is, they are an online therapy service and they will get you scheduled with a licensed therapist within 48 hours. So y'all, whether you have friends, whether you don't have friends, it's so important to talk to a professional about things that you have going on. And you know, therapy is for anybody. Like you don't have to wait till you're super sad till you have nobody. It's not just if you're depressed. You literally just need a listening ear. You need a non-biased ear, somebody who could just listen, give real practical professional advice. So I don't care what situation you are, I don't care how much friends you think you have or how many friends you don't have, you need you a therapist, sis. I told you I'm a bit of an introvert, so I literally just talk to my therapist on my computer. Like I don't have to leave the house, I don't have to get dressed, I don't have to go sit in a therapy office with a whole bunch of other people. Like you can literally do this from your phone, in your car, chilling right here from your computer. So that's literally why I love them. So if you've been thinking about therapy or you've been thinking about really just having somebody to really talk to, listen to, just be a real listening ear, then this is your sign. Make sure you guys use this Chanel Richie /BetterHelp.com and make sure you tap in, because even me, y'all, I have a therapist because it's so important to talk to a real professional. So let's talk about no friends, what's really going on. And let me just tell y'all something, because this has been going on for years. I've been a loner, and I really hope that somebody who's been following me for a long time actually watches this and could attest to this. Like people who've been in my high school, that girls been weird to me to the end of time. Like it doesn't matter. It's not the money, it's not the aesthetics, it's not how I look. I've been not having friends for a long time. I don't know what it is, but one thing I do know, before the money came, before the looks came, before all of this came, I always thought different than the average person. I had a lot of confidence in myself. All of this type of talk can make people feel really uncomfortable, right? So I feel like just having that ultimate confidence really separated me from a lot of people, y'all. I know they like to say that the girlies with no friends gotta be the issue. Like if you don't have friends or you can't keep friends, then you're the problem. I promise y'all, I am not the problem. But let's just get into like all my sour situations. And if you're watching this, you gotta understand why you don't see me around people. You gotta understand, because people see me, okay, damn, you know, Chanel, she's bad, she's getting coins, she ain't got no kids. Like, you know, why she ain't outside? Like, why she ain't with all other content creators? Why she not popping up with so and so and so? But bro, I gotta protect my energy, because if y'all knew the amount of things that I went through and the amount of weirdos that I attracted to my life, you're going to understand why I be by myself. So let's just get into this spicy tea about these out here. Like, bro, it get real scary. So I never even told y'all this story time. So there was this one girl who came around and positioned herself as a hairstylist that wanted to collab with me, because you guys know I have a lot of followers. My videos be doing over 100k, millions of views, whatever the case may be. So she pitched herself to me. She wanted to do my hair, but a little did I know, like, it all turned out that this girl was literally friends to a side chick of a guy that I was dealing with. So I was dating this guy and we was together for a minute, and he had a side chick. I'm not ashamed to say that, because one thing these gonna do is embarrass you, right? Mind you, the girl looked crazy. So this was never something genuine. Like, she literally came because of a side chick sent her my way, and I ended up finding out because I have discernment and I just be putting pieces together. But it took me a while to figure it out, but in the end, God showed me who this person was. So long story short, this person came around. I literally built their platform. We had reels going viral together, and ever since we stopped collabing, ain't shit really been popping up since, right? And I'm not gonna lie, like, I feel like the girls was real clever for pulling this one off, because it's like, yo, girls talk too much to their service providers. Like, you know, how many of us, especially when you don't have friends, like, at some point, you know, you might meet a cool hairstylist, or, you know, your lash tech. They always say, like, your lash tech, your hairstylist, they low-key be knowing your business. So to send a hairstylist my way, I'm not gonna lie, it was brilliant. I would never do no shit like that, but the girlies be so men crazy. Like, you did your big one with that one, I ain't gonna lie. They sent this hairstylist into my life. She was cool at first, and we ended up getting really cool. And sure enough, I just started rambling. She's rambling, but who knows if what she's rambling about is even real or true. Like, just probably one tea on me, right? So I'm giving her, like, all my tea, because we end up getting cool. Like, we would go out sometime, and of course, me being a nice person that I am, I always love to pay. Like, I'm just a boss, so it's like I'm just always putting shit on my tab, doing all of this. But I gotta stop doing that, because some people be around just for the benefits, and you just never know people's intention. You don't even know why people are around you. You literally don't. People just be so strange. So long story short, we just gonna get into more shit where I'm like, it's starting to add up. So anyway, the guy that I was dating at that time, he had lived in his condo that was mad nice with, like, city views or whatever. So I had ended up, like, staying with him most of the time. Like, I was living a little further, and I was like, okay, my condo was cute, but, like, this shit was fire. The views was it. So I'm like, okay, boom. So I tried to put my apartment on Airbnb, and my apartment literally rented out the first month for $7K. And that was crazy, because I was able to pay the rent. I was able to profit thousands of dollars. Like, it was so lit. And I hadn't told anybody, but I told this one girl. And that's the problem, because I was just not having friends. I got a hairstylist. You just chat. And mind you, she knew about the guy I was dating and everything. And then people be asking questions like, oh, that view is nice. So you just chatting. But mind you, they already know what's going on. So I'm telling her all of this. Mind you, I ended up telling her I have an Airbnb. So you gotta understand that at this time, the side chick is also, you know, side chicks be stalkers. So does she see me at this person's house? She's upset that I'm there. She doesn't want me there, of course. So it's like, and these two are friends, and I never even knew it, y'all. But I can't wait to tell y'all how I end up finding out. So next thing you know, I tell the girl about the Airbnb, and I don't want y'all bashing me, because I remember I told a story like this before, and y'all was like, oh, you put your apartment on Airbnb, da, da, da. Baby, Atlanta, people do this. Dallas, Texas, Houston, people are renting shit and put it on Airbnb. But like up north, it's like a big no-no. But at the end of the day, I came up, and if I wasn't friends with this girl at that time who was an op, it would have been running. It would have been fine. So anyway, the person who rented it was literally like a stay-at-home mom who was renting it to stay there for 30 days straight, while her husband was in a certain part of the city. Like, she was going to be there. Now, next thing you know, a week after I told this girl that my apartment went on Airbnb, I showed her the listing. I was like, ooh, look at the pics. My shit booked out. I was so hyped. Bro, a week later, I had an eviction notice. She was the only person that knew. So I went to the lady who rented my Airbnb, and I'm like, hey, like, did you see any tenants? Have you seen anybody? She was like, no, I stay in the house. I order in. You bring me all my packages, because she was ordering on Amazon a lot. So I would always drive over there, go get her packages. So I was showing up on the property a lot. I was still there like almost every other day, because the person was buying packages. She hadn't seen my neighbors. Mind you, the lady was only there for a week. Like, let's just say I did have somebody there. How the would my building know? It could be a family member. I could be on vacation, my sister, family just over there, whatever. Like, I haven't even had it up that long, and I didn't tell anybody. I literally showed the girl the listing, and when I showed this to her, she was like, oh, you gotta be careful, because my cousin or some she was saying. Next thing you know, I had an eviction notice, and I'm like, yo, this is so crazy, scandalous. But you know, I let that slide, and that was red flag number one that I should have never let slide. But you know, when you just in the moment, you're not really putting pieces together just yet. Like, we're still fresh on. Now, you have to remember, when I met this girl, I was doing coaching calls, and if y'all don't know, my coaching calls had me booked out for an entire year. So I was booked out for a whole year, but the same girl she literally came and was like, oh, one of my friends want to book a one-on-one coaching call with you, but she don't want to wait a year. Like, can you please squeeze her in? Da, 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 da. So I end up being nice and I squeezed this girl in. So if you guys don't know, I'm a 5-star rated coach, 5 stars across the board. Like, my name and my reputation is everything to me. So like, I just don't play when it comes to people's money, my knowledge. Like, I take a lot of pride in my business and what I do, because I've been doing this for 10 years and it's not no get rich quick shit. This is like real sustainability. So I ended up being nice. I took the call. So I took the call, and the girl ended up changing her bio. She ended up like editing her reels like how I told her, using the sounds that I told her. She started using everything that I said. So like a week later, the girl, this girl, the hairstylist, was at my house, and I was talking about like launching my course and how I wanted to launch my course. And she was like, well, how much is your course gonna be, because so and so took your call? And we was all on a 3-way call, like me and her and mad other people. And she was like, she wasted her money and da da da. And I was just so annoyed, because it was like, yo, I didn't even ask this girl to book a call with me. Like, I didn't even need to squeeze her in. I took time out my day to do her call, and y'all all gossiping on the phone like her call not even worth it, and and it is worth it. It's changed multiple people's lives, but it's just the fact that these people are evil spirits. They're monitoring spirits. They don't fucking like me. You get what I'm saying? They're evil, so they're trying to break me down, like subconsciously, like trying to make you like second guess yourself. So I was really mad about it. She was like, oh, well, at least you got her money. Like, why are you so mad? Like, at the end of the day, like, you shouldn't be mad. Like, you got her money. If somebody not happy, they just not happy. I'm like, well, no, I actually care. And that be the problem with y'all hairstylists. Y'all don't want to wash people hair. Y'all don't want to blow it out. Y'all want to be rude as when people come sit in y'all chair and wonder why y'all don't be booked, or wondering why you're going to be standing on your 2 feet forever, not scaling, not doing shit, because you're not a business person. You're not going to make it far, because all you care about is that one quick sale. But I really care about my reputation. And I told her that, I'm like, I really care about reputation. I don't care about $200. I care about the longevity in my reputation. And this is why I have been able to build $1 million brand. And that same person was in my house asking me, like, what is going to be the price of your course? And I said $497. And she was like, nobody's paying that, or I don't think it's worth that, and da da da. But like, look at the branding in the back. We like that price and that course got me in a G-Wagon. Like, you were demons in disguise trying to be around me, break me down, break my confidence, and make me think I'm not who I say I am, but I am. And this is why I don't like people around me, because I'm more of an encouraging person. I'm more of a like trying to help you get to the next level. The whole time she's being shady to me, but I'm building her business. I'm getting her clients. All her going viral with me in it. And you sitting up here trying to get me evicted out of my apartment like I'm not that. And now the same place where the guy was living, I live now. And I'm living more up than him now. But like, this is what I be talking about, where God will prepare a table. Like, those people came around trying to be a snake in my grass. They tried to like put me down. You're not worth that. Like, you're not worth that. And oh, we was on the call saying she didn't learn it. And I went to the girl page. She did everything that I told her. So you're saying if it wasn't worth it and it is not what it say it is, why the are you using my information? If you didn't learn nothing and nothing made sense and it's so, why are you using what I taught? Y'all just bad for business. Y'all all bad. They probably just like, oh, see what the call is about. Like, these is like, people just be so shady. And those were like the biggest red flags with this person. So I remember one time, me and that man at that time, we had got into it because I ended up finding about the side chick. Like, I ended up finally finding out, because everything in the light gonna come to the dark. So at this time, I didn't have no friends. So I called this same girl, which is crazy. Like, why are you calling your hairstylist? But at this point, she became more than a hairstylist. Y'all, she hung up the phone by mistake and they called me back, sorry, oh, my phone got disconnected. Y'all, that was a 3-way call. That was a 3-way call with the side piece. So I'm on the phone venting, but they're on a 3-way call. And how do I know? Because it's like, your phone dropped. We're in 2025. Like, your phone just dropping out of nowhere when I'm calling you with this tea about this particular person. Oh, okay. So anyway, y'all, I had went on vacation with this person, and I just felt like the energy was so weird. Like, her friends, it was just really, really strange. And I remember, like, we had got a room together, and then while we was and her cousin was like in some room mad far away. Like, it was kind of weird where she was staying. And then she was like throwing hints like, oh, my cousin don't want to be in there, she's scared. I was like, okay, well, she could come over here. But it was given like she wanted me to go there, because like, listen, like, go in the room by yourself. And who knows if this could have been a setup, if this could have been anything. And it was guys on this trip, but it was just so weird. I'm glad I didn't do it, but her friends was kind of weird on the trip, so it just made me want to dig deeper in what was going on. They come to find out the side piece was only following like 20 people. And please tell me why the 20 people that she was following was the quote-unquote hairstylist that I was cool with, her best friend, both of her best friends, and one of her other friends who she was the godmother of that person's child. So she followed literally your closest circle, and they follow her. but you two don't follow each other. And this whole time I'm betting about the girl, I'm showing you her pics, I'm doing all this, and you don't know her. But before I even did that, like, I went through this one's following, and I remember I didn't even know about the other girl. So I'm just seeing who this hairstylist follow just cause. But like, I don't know this side bitch from a hole in the wall. Like, men will create stalkers into your life and you don't even know. And like, this is why you have to protect yourself, not only from friendships, but men will bring devious women into your life. Devious women into your life. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, my somebody really close to me, like, their dad was like messing with some lady, and the lady was Jamaican and threw acid on the girl's face because she was a side piece. Like, it gets really dangerous. Like, women would kill you behind men. Women would set you up behind men. Like, it's just real scary. And that's why men don't even think, like, when you're cheating and you're being a sneaky ass, like, you're putting people's health at risk, you're putting people's safety at risk, you're putting a lot of at risk. You get what I'm saying? And that's what that was. You put monitoring spirits in my life, you put demonic energy into my life, and that is unacceptable. You get what I'm saying? So that was just real crazy, y'all. Like, real crazy. And you gotta really protect yourself out here, because that person was really around like they was a friend, and they were in front of me. They were literally a demon and a monitoring spirit, and that person was just a demon. Like, her whole energy, how she was to other people. And that's why you cannot ignore red flags. Like, if any female is okay with being a side to somebody else man, or to married men, or men with fresh newborn babies, don't think that you're exempt from that, or that like this will never happen to you, or like they're like these sacred people. Like, that's where I messed up, because this person's character was shown time after time, and I just ignored it because I'm like, she's just a hairstylist, or we're just cool. Whatever she do in her relationships or her life, that don't got nothing to do with our friendship. But yes, it does. Like, people character tells you everything you need to know. People are always telling you exactly who they are. It's just up to you to see it with a clear eye view. She was actually a side piece to a man who was dating a big influencer. You gotta understand, these girls that I'm talking about had like 5K followers, 2K followers. They're not popular, and not having followers don't mean anything. But this one girl had like a lot of followers, and the hairstylist was like sleeping with her man. So she would be showing like, yeah, look, she got this bag, she da 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 da, and like, but at that time, my boyfriend at the time was buying me stuff, doing all that. And that's what these side chicks do. They be showing up your pic like, oh yeah, I mess with her boyfriend, and like, it's real scary, because that's exactly what happened. Like, the same side piece, this is how I ended up finding out about her. She was going around showing people my page and my reels with millions of views, what the guy was talking to, saying, oh yeah, I'm sleeping with him, yeah, I talked to him. Like, y'all don't have no morals. But this is how this person was with me. This is how the hairstylist was with me, telling me this stuff. And I'm just like, oh wow, that's crazy. Like, I would never do no like that. But like, birds of a feather flock together. That's a big reason right there that I don't have friends. Mind you, that girl came up, like, she got promo out of me. She got to monitor my entire spirit, was playing in my hair, who knows, black magic, literally going out to eat, shit like that on my tab, just having a blast, having a ball, and really being a snake. Real scary. Now let's get into this other one, y'all. So I made a whole video on this, so I'm gonna make it short. But y'all remember I took that trip out the country with my quote-unquote best friend, who invited me on a vacation with her man for her birthday. So soon as we land, y'all know I'm gonna do it big. I got us a black truck, I got us a bottle of champagne, I got us frozen drinks soon as we touch down. I'm on a man, by the way. I'm paying this, and it's a man involved, by the way. Let's keep that in mind. I don't even care though, because I'm just like, I just look at, I'm the top dog. Like, it just is what it is. Like, that's how I feel about myself. And we not waiting for Nick. Like, okay. So I get us drinks, I do all of this, we get to the villa, everything going good. One day we go out, she wanted to get a table. So he didn't really want to get the table. He saw the prices and he was like, oh no, like, oh. So I was like, I'll get it. Like, when I'm on vacation, like, I work hard when I'm not on vacation. I work harder than the average person. So if I'm on vacation, I want to have fun. I want to spend. I want to just live life, because I don't really go out. I don't really have a social life. So if we here, we're going to do it big. So I'm like, I'll get it. Like, let's go. So we start getting up, walking. He like, yo, come here. So he telling her, come here. They having a long talk. And I'm not really understanding what's going on. And then next thing you know, he just come out of nowhere in my face, walling, y'all. But wait, before we about to go get up and get the bottle, this same day, like early in the day, I had posted a reel with me and her, and the reel went viral. Like, I had posted a reel with me and her, and it got like 100K in an hour, and I was really excited. So I'm like, oh my god, my reel got 100K in an hour. Because if you think about it, like, this is my job. Like, I am really talented when it comes to videography, editing. Like, I teach people this, I coach them. So I be excited, and I wasn't bragging, and they remember they seemed excited, but he looked at the video, he like, oh, that's fire, but it don't even look like y'all with a nigga, like, you know. So he was already feeling a way that it looked like a girl trip. But it's like, I'm not gonna be posting you. Like, why would I be putting you on my page? I don't know you, I don't want to film you, like, and this is talent. Like, I'm gonna get the aesthetics, I'm gonna get certain things, and you're not gonna be in any of that. So he kind of felt the way when he acted like the video was fire, but he was tight that you know, it looked like we was on a girls trip. Long story short, okay, so I have to tell you that because when we get up to go get the bottle, he argues with her, but then he start coming in my face like, and yeah, fuck out of here, you ain't no real friend, like, you didn't tag my girl on your page, like, take my off your page. Why you tagging her, using her for clout? And mind you, using her for clout, she doesn't have any followers. 1, 2, I don't be tagging nobody because people don't even be lasting long, and then you be helping people build their platforms, bringing shit around, and it be like, you did all of that and that person's not even in your life no more. Then number 2, people be weird. Like how I show some things, I'm very discreet with my story, my locations. People that's not influencers or not have a big following, they don't really care how and what they're posting. They're just posting. Like, this is really a personal platform. My platform is a business platform. So I don't, certain things I don't want up, certain things I don't want people to know, certain things, like, everything's not for everybody to see. So that's another reason why I don't tag people. And lastly, again, it's security reasons. Like, people be weird as, like, you don't know who's who, what's what, and it be real weird. Like, it's a lot of monitoring spirits. It's a lot of people that be like, they don't have the drop on you, so they want to look at all your close friends and your best friends and what you doing, trying to piece it together. Like, I have to protect myself, so that's why I didn't tag her. And at the end of the day, I'm here in Cabo in real time. At this time, I was booked out on calls. I took all my calls off my calendar to be at this vacation in Cabo. I was there in real time with a gift, just everything, like, just there. And it's like, you really blacked on me, screaming, and the guy was in my face. It was getting so crazy. It really looked dangerous. Like, it looked like he would put hands on me. It was just really bad. And she didn't say anything. She said, she was literally quiet the whole entire time. And it was like, it was so crazy. And I'm from New York, so I'm arguing back, but I literally just burst out into tears because it just felt like I was literally being attacked in the middle of Mexico. Like, it just felt so crazy. Like, I really didn't understand what I was doing wrong or what I did wrong. I did what I do anytime. Like, I'm on vacation, I'm posting reels, it's going viral, it's lit, I'm with my friend, we having a good time, we about to have a bottle, we about to get a section. Like, this is just, we living. And I literally got bashed. I got cursed out in the Uber. It really, really felt like a movie. Like, I literally was just crying because it just felt so unreal to be so bashed and, like, humiliated. Like, that felt crazy. And it's like, that's so scary because a lot of times we hear women getting killed on vacation by men, by their friends. Like, who knows if I would have snapped on him, hit him, what he would have did, what she would have did. Like, women would go, like, they both could have fucking tried to kill me, put me somewhere in Mexico. Like, you just never know. Like, what is going on here? And she said nothing the entire time. And then not only that, like, I felt kind of safe going on this vacation because I was like, at first I thought it was just going to be me and her in Mexico. And it's like, that would have been cool too. But it's like 2 women, we in Mexico, we getting a driver. Like, you know, I just felt a little more safe. Like, okay, she brought her boyfriend. Like, we got a guy with us. Like, we're a little more protected, right? So I felt protected, but whole time I was not protected. Like, and you know what they say, like, black women are the least protected. And it was just great and the most disrespected because I literally came there with her and her boyfriend and I left alone. Mind you, I made sure we got there in the Suburban, drinks, everything. Like, I was so great to them. Like, I was just so great to her and them. And I got left alone at the resort to leave by myself. Didn't care how I got home, made it to the airport. Like, that really hurt. Like, and this is why, like, imagine you getting invited out your safe space, out your home, you don't be around people, and you get invited on a trip to some shit like that. If you went through all of this that I'm saying, you're not going to be around people. You're not going to want to be around people, bro. Look at all of this that I be dealing with. And I don't know what it is, because I be trying to think that people's not envious, but it's like, what is it? Why are y'all doing this shit? It is so strange and it has to be studied. So next up, we're going to talk about, like, this other female that I had around. And I'm not going to lie, like, I had really, like, had high hopes for this last female. Mind you, I had already been through enough with a lot of friends over the years to where it's like, I already made up in my mind, especially with all this other I was going through, I was never really going to be cool with another female, right? But this person kind of positioned itself. We were going to be doing business together. And then, you know, when you don't have a lot of friends, then business, hairstylists, and all these people just kind of subconsciously turn into friends and venting partners and start to be things that they shouldn't be. Like, it should just be strictly business. But when you don't have friends, you just start opening the door to friendships that not really supposed to happen, right? So anyway, me and this person was really, you know, cool. And, you know, I learned a lot from her, and I'm sure she learned a lot from me. And I was very given to this person. Like, anytime they were here in my city, they don't have to pay for nothing. I don't even know what this person's wallet looks like. And I'm talking about, we're going to luxury, we're going to spas, NBA games, we're doing like top of the line all on my tab, because like I said, when I'm around and I have a friend, like, I'm just giving. And I've always been the top earner because I've always not had a job. Like, I've never been this wealthy. But when you don't work a 9 to 5, your income, when you're like really hustling to make more, you're gonna make more than most people at a 9 to 5 when you have a hustle like me, right? So I always had a little bit more money to spend. Not my whole life, but like at least in my recent friendships, like, I'm just giving like that. I always been like that. But that get you taken advantage of for sure. So anyway, long story short, like, me and this person was doing business together, and like, things was cool, but like, mind you, the setup that we had doesn't even make sense. This person was getting 10% of all my revenue, which is just a bad deal. But we had specifically had this deal from the beginning because, you know, we started out working with each other for free, but like, on top of this person getting 10% of all my hard work, I'm making all the investments, I'm working hard, I'm doing everything to drive the sales. I'm the mastermind, I'm the brain, I'm the one with the followers, I'm the influence, I'm the one with the story, 10 years of hard work. Like, people are buying into the brand, the product, which is me. And this person is just eating, and they're just investing time and just delegating everything that I need done to people out the country, and I'm also paying those people. So it's like, I'm just throwing out money to just help somebody else. And it's just like, that shit doesn't make sense. But I never really understood how much it didn't make sense until they came out of nowhere and requested that I paid them $5K on top of 10% of all my income, plus pay all their employees that they delegate tasks to, and pay everybody. Like, I don't know what people be thinking. They really got to see the revenue coming into my business, 100K months, 70K months, 50K months, and like, maybe they just felt so entitled. But nothing gets more entitled than already getting 10% of somebody's hard-earned income, and you don't invest a dime. And I don't know if you guys watch Shark Tank. I don't know if you guys understand business. Like, nobody gives away 10% of their business to somebody investing time. That's like you going to a job and, you know, answering emails and being an operations manager or being an assistant manager or whatever you are, and they give you 10% of all the earnings. You would never see no that, because that is not business practice. That's not normal. That's not none of that. And I'm kind of embarrassed that I did that, but it was all a learning experience, right? But like, honestly, that person probably would have still been on that setup if they didn't get beside themselves and ask for additional 5K plus the 10%, plus I pay all those people. So listen, this is where things started to get rocky, because I'm like, okay, that wouldn't work. I'm sorry, that doesn't work for me. Like, you know, this person might have came up a lot with me, but now we getting too far. So I pretty much told them that's not going to work, but I could give you a 5K retainer and you're going to get 10%, but now of all income that you drive, which is $0, because you don't drive sales to this business. I'm the revenue driver. I'm the top dog. Like, I'm the one that people are buying into. This person, I'm not going to downplay them. They came with knowledge on like courses, and you know, they came with some good knowledge, but you can find anybody on the street and teach them how to make a course. If they don't have no knowledge, if they don't have a storyline, if they don't have influence, if they don't have a following, if they don't know how to sell, the course is going to flop. We see a lot of flopping courses right now. You know, it's a brand, it's a storyline, it's 10 years of hard work people are buying into. Once they got the setup that they asked for, which was 10% of the income you drive though, 5K retainer, their work ethic changed. Like, and my business was also in shambles. Like, certain course enrollments were getting messed up. A lot of back end stuff was getting messy. It's like operations. It was just like a lot of problems. Like, my business was selling, everything was going good, but it was like a lot of back end issues. And it's just like, people be wanting more money, more things, but it's like, you're not doing more work, you're not making my life easier, you're not being a return on investment. And it's like, people got to know their worth though. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, you're not worth what you're requesting. No shade, because if you was, my business would be seamless. If you was, I would have gave it to you, to be honest, because it's like, damn, this person driving revenue. And I'm not gonna lie, to hustle I am, if I was working for a business like mine, like, 10% is crazy. I would definitely be driving sales to that shit, because it's like, bitch, if you could do 100, I gotta make it 200. And if you could do 100, that means we could at least do 50K on top of that. Like, you get what I'm saying? Or like, you know, and this person was really a good, like, they could get on calls. They could convert people into core sales. Like, it's so much they could have did that they didn't do. And it's like, if you would have been doing all of that, then you would be worth the money. You were just delegating to people out the country and then wanting to eat off my pie. So it's like, it's just like, yo, it's just so crazy to say. And it's just crazy to even say this, because it's like, I hold this person in such a high regard. But it's like, God is always showing you, like, I was going to get this person a Rolex. I was going to do mad on some dumb shit, but I wasn't seeing clear enough. Like, you know, like, it was a great mass. Like, I felt like this person was doing so much, but so little was being done. Like, a lot of delegation to people in Pakistan and all over the world to get shit done, while I had to pay those people while still paying this person. It was just a bad deal. And then to turn around and want more when you're not even doing amazing, outstanding work or driving revenue to the business is diabolical. It's crazy. It's just so crazy. So, and then come to find out, that person also stole from me. So that really hurt my feelings, because it's like, yo, you really stole from my business. You stole from me. You weren't honest. And it's like, damn, bro. Like, and this is somebody I thought so highly of. And like, the person that I talk to now, they felt really bad for me, because they like, damn, that's one person you was like, yo, I really found my person. Like, she really a hustler. And she was a hustler, right? It's like, I'm gonna eat off you, bitch, and I'm gonna do not that much work, and I'm gonna eat. And it's like, in the beginning it was like that much work, but it's like, if I can't eat as much as you're eating right now, you seeing 100K months and I'm getting 10% of that, that's not enough. And it's like, but you're not doing what I'm doing. You're not investing what I'm investing. You can't sit back and make 10, 20, 30K a month without investing. It's just so crazy, just the entitlement, and just like, more money definitely brings more problems, more disappointments, more of like, you don't really know who people are and what their intentions are. And like, people don't really want to help you unless it's helping them. But it's like, yo, anybody right now would love to get 10% of my income, bro. Like, and that's the thing, 10% of my income, but what are you going to do? And I would never do that again. I would never give away that much again. It was just all a learning experience. But like, yeah, that person stealing from me really hurt, because it's like, damn, I would give anything to this person. I would do anything for this person. I've done a lot for this person. I've got the magic, expensive, all type of shit, and I barely got, really, or got half of the things that I gave in return. But I'm not looking for that. So for you to steal from my business, that really, really, really hurt my feelings, like, real bad. Like, people see the numbers, but it's like, do they see the investments? Do they see the L's that a business have to take? Because yeah, I made 100K in 10 days, but I spent a lot of money. I had to pay mad staff. I had to buy inventory. I had to pay for ads, marketing, branding. Like, a lot of money goes out into making money. And then people just want to eat off the money that you're earning. It just doesn't work like that. So y'all, that is like my story. Like, look at all that that I deal with. And I'm telling you right now, I am not the problem. Like, there was nothing that I've done to each of these people that can say, you know what, Chanel, you deserve exactly what all three of them examples did. Like, there's nothing none of those people could get on camera and say and reply to this and say, hey, I did that, or you deserve that because XYZ. And that's how I know I'm not the problem. I was nothing but great to these people. And one thing about me, I cut all these people off. I don't keep people around. Like, the first girl, I just stopped talking to her out of nowhere. I know she's confused. This last one, I just fired her. Just random. Like, I don't tolerate bullshit. Like, I don't tolerate it. So it's like, it just is what it is. And they say that the top is lonely for a reason. Like, the top is a lonely road. When you don't think like the average, when you don't work like the average, and you just think differently, your circle is going to decrease and decrease. And you're probably going to find yourself alone. You're going to find yourself alone. There's a reason why there's a top 1%. There's not many people that think like them or work like them. Yeah, y'all. So it just is what it is. So I'm gonna just be a happy loner. Like, I don't want to network. I don't want to hang out with nobody. I don't want to hire none of y'all strangers that got me on the internet. Like, none of that. Like, I'll be doing like professional hiring, not people coming posing as friends, customers, supporters, looking for jobs. It's not happening. And I know that's gonna sound crazy, but it just is what it is. Like, I don't. And if y'all went through the amount of that I went through, then you're gonna feel the same. And like I said, there's a reason why there's a top 1%, because like, a lot of people don't think like you. A lot of people don't operate like you. A lot of people wouldn't do what you do, and it just is what it is. Like I told you, I don't watch TV. I don't go to concerts. I don't be gossiping. I don't be chasing niggas. I don't be like, I'm not none of that. So already that alone makes me not relatable. And a lot of people don't like that. Like, Like, when I used to be super motivated on Facebook, people hated that shit. Like, people hate highly motivated people. They hate winners. And I seen this one thing with Floyd Mayweather where he was like, people hate me. You want to know why they hate me? They hate me because I always win. I never lose, and he never lost. And he was like, but this is God's plan. Like, this is what God wanted. I didn't choose it. Like, this is what God wants. And that'd be the thing. Like, some people would really hate you because you're blessed and highly favored. People would really be jealous. People would really be envious. People just can't even help it because you're blessed and highly favored. So, y'all, if you're watching this and you feel alone, or you don't have friends, or you don't have a big crowd, you're not the problem. Some of you might be the problem. But if you know for a fact you're not the problem, then just enjoy your space. Like, God be protecting you. And God is always revealing. When God starts to show you who people are, and you have discernment, and you start seeing people for who they are, you need to thank God, because a lot of things will be blinded to you if you don't have discernment for a long time. If you don't pray to God to see people for who they are, you will be blinded. Like, you will be blinded, because so many things I was so vulnerable or just not aware of for a long time. But, like, that's why you always have to pray to God consistently, like seeing people crystal clear for who they are. So, y'all, it's always God's protection when things are going left. When you start seeing people for who they are, it might hurt, but it's all God working. So I love you guys so much. Take care of yourself. Give this video a like, give me a subscribe, and write me down in the comments like your situation with friends and just your feedback on this video. Mwah.
Persian eyes, but she's from Nicaragua. Thought she was Persian, yeah.